Hi, welcome back. Let's continue with my life story. After I had left the house and I had 200 with me, and I was going to buy the pills, to take the pills so that I can just die, because now I had reached a point whereby I just thought of, like, because I had no other option. So I just started, like, I was crying while on the way to the shop to buy the pills and take the pills. So on the way, that road, all the way, it was around 1 kilometer. Yeah, 1 kilometer. So along the way, we used to have very few people on the road, very few people. Like by then there were less housing by then those sides, ndio watu walikuwa na kuja tu kujenga huko, so kulikuwa na nyumba kidogo sana kwa nini that area. So on the road maybe mngekuwa tu watu hata wawili watatu or even none, unless ni ile asubuhi wakati mnapeleka watoto shule, ndio when people are going to work is when you used to have several people. But during the day kulikuwa na less people sana on that road. So mimi I left the house crying. I was so crying, I'm confused. At the same time I was bleeding, but I didn't notice that I was bleeding. So mimi, you are so stressed up until even you don't know, you just like, I don't know if you've ever been in a state of almost going into depression. I think I was in that stage. And by then I'm still a teenager, I'm confused, I don't have... Okay, my brother was in Nairobi by then, but sasa sikuwa najua penye anaishi, alafu sikuwa najua Nairobi vizuri, alafu again mi sikuwa na simu. By then simu hazikuwa common sana, hizi mobile phones. So hata ningetoka sikuwa najua place anaishi by then. So I was just confused. By then I had now turned 17 years. Yes, I was now 17 years. So I was crying on the road. By good luck, there was somebody who was following me behind, but I didn't know, me ni ile tu unatembea unalia. So I think he was a man, and I think I drew his attention, and he started following me kutoka nyuma. Okay, now this one is what I was told after. Okay, let's continue. Let me tell you the story. So wakati nilikuwa naenda natembea nalia, and again I'm bleeding, ile tunaelekea tu ndio niko karibu kufika main road, sasa ndio niende shop, nilicollapse, and I think I just saw black. I just went, I felt like but I remember when I was falling nilisikia tu giza mara moja, and that was it. So when I woke up, nilikuwa Kenyatta. Now let me tell you now after what I had been told. Sasa after the inquiry, when I woke up from nini, so nilicollapse karibu kanaelekea main road penye kulikuwa na matatu, shops and everything, hapo Masai Lodge. When nilicollapse, this guy was following me from behind, so akaona venye nilianguka. Then from there akakuwa na ile, I think it was just God sent. Thank you Lord. I think it was just God sent. Akanichukua when nilicollapse, nilifaint, akanichukua with some other people, because now by then watu walikuwa juu, nilikuwa niko karibu kufika main road, so watu wakakuwa concerned. Nikapelekwa Fatima in Rongai. Yeah, so venye nilipelekwa Fatima Rongai, it's a hospital, Fatima Rongai. Ikasemekana I'm in a bad state, and again I'm pregnant, so the baby is at risk, I might lose the baby. And by then Fatima hakuwa anafanya operation CS, it's CS. So I was referred immediately to Kenyatta. It was an emergency state. Ilikuwa nile, it's emergency. So this is what I'm telling you, what I was told after. But for me, I think, but when I remember well, it was like I was in a dream. I was just feeling like I'm dreaming or something. So so nikaekwa in emergency, and this guy also again, he was in his, I think he was in his early 20s, yes. So he stood with me, tukaenda mpaka Kenyatta. So wakati Fatima alisema here is either we save the baby or the mother, because the condition that she is in it's very bad, but the only place that she can be saved is Kenyatta. So nikapelekwa Kenyatta Hospital Nairobi, nikaleta huko. When mi nilikuwa nimeenda, like mi sijui anything that was happening by then. This is what I was being told after. Mi nilikuwa nimeenda kabisa, like sikuwa najua anything that was happening. But for me, I think when I remember well, nilikuwa nasikia nikaa naota. Unaona ile like you're in a deep sleep and then you're dreaming. So for me, I was like dreaming. I didn't feel like so the out people, they are seeing me like I'm in a conscious. Kufika Kenyatta, it was pronounced that I'm in a coma and have to be put on oxygen, because it was like nilikuwa naenda, like nilikuwa naenda. So nikarashiwa in the ICU, nikaekwa on oxygen and everything. So this is what I was being told, and the doctor said that I was in a coma. Actually hata wakinileta Kenyatta hawakunipeleka direct kwa casualties. I was taken through emergency exit, so nilipelekwa tu direct, nikakuwa connected and everything of those, hizo vitu wanaekanga everything. Doctors in the house, please, I hope you understand this. Nikaekwa ICU. So I was in a coma for 3 days. So through that 3 days, now this guy who stood like okay, alijitolea akasema like ni kama alikuja kama guardian or something. So he gave out everything, like akapeana ID yake, akasubmit majina zake. Juu sasa mimi ni unajua venye nilitoka kwa nyumba, nilitoka without anything. Venye nilichapwa tu, mimi nikatoka tu hivyo, nilitoka hivyo bila anything, bila any identification. Nilitoka tu ile ya kutoka. So mimi nikaenda tu hivyo tu. So 3 days I'm in a coma. And now the baby daddy hajui hata. It was so sad, but I had to inquire all what happened later. So I went into a coma 3 days. Then after 3 days, I woke up from the coma. So after I woke up, I was like nilikuwa sasa nikishaamka. Okay, they were preparing to save the child, and because the child was still alive and okay, but she was also struggling because tena ile kuchapwa yenye ilikuwa nachapwa ni kama alikuwa amechoka, unaona. And she was 7 months. Yeah, by then I was 7 months pregnant, because after scanning ilionyesha I was 7 months pregnant. So ilikuwa at least wangeweza kumsave at 7 months. It was okay. So ilikuwa nile wasave mtoto, hata mimi nikienda at least mtoto atakuwa safe. And now this guy ndiye mwenye alikuwa amejitolea kunisimamia kama the guardian to me. So after 3 days nika recover from coma. So mimi venye niliamka nilijiona niko wapi, you know, I'm confused. So that's why I wanted to know that's how I started inquiring what happened and all that. And I was told I collapsed, and then they took me to Fatima, and then Fatima Hospital they couldn't, because my situation I was in, wakanileta Kenyatta emergency, and now I've stayed in a coma for 3 days and I woke up. So in that time wakati niliamka hiyo day, nilikuwa tu nikaanza kurecover. Basi ikafika niliamka asubuhi very early in the morning 6. So nikaanza feel the pain. Kidogo nasikia uchungu kwa tumbo, nasikia discomfort. So daktari wakaanza kusema you just need to go to the theater watoe mtoto, because mtoto alikuwa amechoka. She was at the verge of almost losing her life. Alafu pia hiyo kugongwa kuna venye alikuwa ameumizwa kwa ribs wakati nilikuwa napigwa na kukanyagwa. So alikuwa kwa ribs amenini, so breathing yake ilikuwa iko na shida. So ikakuwa niende CS. By good luck or God's grace, I think mimi tu Mungu alinipenda, and he wanted me to grow and speak of his his faithfulness, his miracles in my life. So mi wakati nilikuwa napelekwa theater, at the door wakati sasa naelekea theater, sasa hiyo nimerecover, and during the day nika respond tu vizuri, so ikabidi nipelekwe theater watoe mtoto, cause mtoto alikuwa ile sasa unaona ile ana breathe, ana take a few seconds before tena breathe, so mtoto alikuwa na struggle ku breathe because pia kwa ribs alikuwa ameumia. Nikasikia tu, so in that discomfort, nasikia discomfort kwa tumbo nini, so wakati ile daktari wamesha prepare everything, nikasikia tu kucough, nilisikia tu ni kama kucough. So ile process yenye kucough, kumbe huku chini cervical ilikuwa isha open. So ile wakati nilisikia tu kucough, nasikia kucough, nikacough, then I coughed once, then I felt that urge of like going to the loo or something, and I told the doctor I feel like going to the loo to ease myself. I mean, it's okay, you can just do it on the so it was not that urge of going to ease myself. Actually, it's the strength that I just got, and when I was in that position of pushing, I pushed out the baby, and that's how the baby came out. But she had some problems in breathing, and also she had been injured on the side, so they had to take her to the nursery, the baby's care in the nursery, and akaekwa on oxygen because she was also struggling to breathe. And that's why after pushing the baby tena pia mimi nikapotea tena, like again nika lose conscious, I fainted. So tena ikakuwa, I think God was just working in my life. So ile kupotea tena pia mimi tena ikakuwa like sijui ni kama niliamushwa tu ni push mtoto atoke, then nirudi tena kwa sleep. I went back to sleep again. So everything again was happening to me again. Like sasa I woke up the next day morning. So the next day morning is when I was told, oh, you had a baby. She was a girl. She's a girl and she's still alive, but in the baby care, and she had 1.5 kgs, and you're also well, but sasa nilikuwa natibiwa. So after I woke up, this guy came after 2 days. After 2 days, cause alienda akanini kidogo huko. So okay, after kukwekwa ICU hiyo 3 days, then sasa nikaamka. Alikuja after 2 days wakati nilisha deliver. Alikuja jioni yake, the next day wakaambiwa na daktari amedeliver, but again amerudi into coma. Amerudi into collapse, but sahi at least heart yake iko sawa, we are stabilizing everything. So akaenda tena akakuja the next day. So when I woke up the next day is when nilikuwa naambiwa na daktari, this is the guy who brought you here, and he has been here all through, and he's the one mwenye aliandika jina yako on his behalf. So he started asking me so many questions, so I had to tell him everything. And yeah, my daughter alipelekwa nursery, so nilikuwa na feed akiwa nursery, naenda huko. Okay, after some time after 2 to 3 days niligain strength, and nilianza kurudi normal. But nilikuwa nimelose a lot of blood, so nilikuwa on a diet, a very strict diet, and pia nilibidi nimeongezwa damu because I had lost a lot of blood. So, and also my condition was bad, so nilibidi nimeongezwa blood, and then pia mtoto akaseviwa. And yeah, let's meet in my next video. I'll tell you how it happened from there. So after now, I have had my baby at 7 months. She's in the nursery, and I'm also recovering in the ward. So my baby was born on 1st January 2004. 1st January 6 a.m. in the morning. That's when nilikuwa napelekwa theater around 5 am because after daktari kuangalia wakaona huyu mtoto atapoteza maisha juu. Na nilirudi after coma, nilitoka coma around asubuhi the other day. Then sasa during the day niko sawa, but I was feeling some discomfort in my stomach. So nikafikiria maybe ni okay, I was just confused. Everything was just confusing. I didn't understand anything. So that night nilikuwa tu na feel discomfort. You know, I'm just telling my doctor I'm feeling so much discomfort in my stomach. So for them they had an option of taking me to the theater and save the child, because hata wakiangalia mtoto alikuwa she could have lost her life, but I think God had a reason, and my God saved my daughter. Yes. Let's meet in my next video. I'll tell you how long I stayed in Kenya at Kenyatta, and after that what happened next as we move on. A word of encouragement as we continue, like some things happened with a reason. God did not want me to stay there where I was. He was pushing me to another level. So you see, after nimerudi Nairobi, nimerudi in this relationship yenye I thought this guy loved me, but anyway, something happens and now I have to leave that place, because maybe God aliona ukika hapa you won't fulfill your dreams, so you have to go. So akakos yo nini, mimi I will never blame. Okay, I know the devil exists, but there are some things when you look behind you realize that everything happens with a reason to those who love and trust in God. Yeah, and there are some covenants if you make and you trust in God, surely God will fulfill those covenants in your life. Despite how many challenges you go through, despite how much rough the life is, God will still push you to go ahead and move on. Because for me, after kutoka kwa Mama Mary, then nakuja sasa now I'm in this relationship. Maybe if I could have stayed there, if that relationship was, kama hiyo relationship ingekuwa fruitful, ingekuwa good one, maybe I could have stayed there forever na singe fulfill what I had desired to finish my school. So you see, God already knows what I want in my life, and he decided to bring this inaitwa mawimbi, unaona, the Jonah way. Like God alikuwa anataka niende hii side, but sasa mimi my focus was sikuwa naona God was shaping me. So he had to bring this commotion so that I can still move. And now when I'm leaving this house, I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. But God, in his own way, he sends an angel, to an extent that this angel decided even to give his own details to save me. And yet he doesn't know me. It's the first time he saw me on the road. He picked me. So you see the way God works. Now I'm here. Now I've gone to the hospital. I don't know anything. Maybe hata ningekufa kwa hiyo barabara, singepatwa na mtu. But in his own way, nikakuwa collected na nikapelekwa OC, nikakuwa referred huku, and he stood with me all through. So despite what you're going through, I'm not saying that you leave that toxic relationship you're in, you leave that but when God speaks to you, even when you do something, if you believe in God and trust in God, you'll just leave, you will just move, even unknowingly, just going anywhere. You don't know where even you're going, but in his own way, he sends an angel to save you. The same way he provided a lamb to be sacrificed instead of Isaac. The same way God will just tell you, it's not your time yet. So for me, I say it's God who saved me there, because I don't know, hata labda ningeenda kununua hizo pills ningemeza, alafu nikufe, alafu sasa mamangu na babangu wangeshindwa nilienda wapi. But I will tell you, there was a time at home walikuwa natengeneza sasa sasa ilifika time ilikuwa kama nilikufia Nairobi, but I will tell you how that one happens. in my next video. So let's meet in my next video as I tell you what happened next from there. So after now, now God has helped me, may give birth to my baby. She was a girl, 1.5 kgs. She was still, you know, she was 7 months. So alikuwa kataini, but I managed, nikaza normal, from almost going to the CS to giving birth normal, from being in a coma for 3 days with my baby in my womb. God shielded her, and I was able to push normal, and she came out normal. Thank you so much, and have a good time. Until we meet again, let's meet in my next video as we continue with my life story. Thank you so much.